Guys, in this video I wanted to do an unboxing of a budget red dot from Cyelee. This company is one that reached out to me recently and asked me if I would like to review one of their optics. And of course, after looking up some information online about the company, I decided to go ahead and accept their offer. But this is something that is available on Amazon, and I will leave a link down in the description below. It has a lot of positive reviews online, and that is one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and accept that. However, I will be doing an update video in the future where I put this optic through a little bit of testing. Of course, you can see what we have here. We have some basic paperwork that tells you a little bit about how to operate it, that sort of thing, I assume. But let's get into the optic itself. Okay, we have some cleaning, a cleaning cloth. We have a battery, so that is a good thing there. And what do we have here? Of course, looks like some mounting hardware. And then we have the optic itself, and it does come with a rubberized cover, so that is a nice thing. And here is the optic. It does feel well made, I'll have to say. This is your Picatinny rail mount there, but I am pretty sure that it can be removed from this Picatinny mount, and you could probably mount it on a pistol if you so desired, if you got the right mounting plate. I'll have to say it does look fairly decent. It does have just a little bit, I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, maybe just a little bit of a blue tint to the lens, as you can see in the video. But let's see if, I know some of these optics will come with a battery already installed, and then they will send you an additional one. Let's see if that's the case with this one, if we can turn it on without opening the cap. Yes, there it is. Okay, I am going to go ahead and increase the brightness on this to where you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, that should be up far enough. Now the dot, I think the way that my camera is focusing, you can see when I get it a little further away. Okay, the dot is not being picked up very well by my camera. Okay, the dot looks much different. It looks kind of fuzzy in the video, but it can be, but it's not that way, guys. It's, I guess you can see, if you can kind of see there where I twist it up to the top part of that, where it cleans it up a little bit. For some reason, the way my camera is picking that up, I can tell you that it is not accurate. What you're seeing in the video is not accurate to how this dot actually looks. Okay, so be sure that you note that the dot is extremely bright, I'll have to say. It does not have the basically the rear sight that you can get with some type of these, but depending on how you are using it, if you're using it on a handgun, or if you're using it on a rifle, that wouldn't be a problem, especially if you're using the right sights. If you have a gun that has the taller sights where you could co-witness. And guys, I really wish you could see the way this dot looks, because the video is not doing it justice. Okay, the dot looks much better in the in person than it does in the video. Okay, it is not as big in person as it is in here. My camera is just kind of blurring it slightly, I suppose. It is not picking it up properly. But here it is, guys. You can kind of see your adjustments for windage and elevation. This, of course, is a battery cap, and obviously it comes with one. I know a lot of the red dots usually do, and then you get a spare. So that is a nice little feature. I'm probably going to put this on maybe one of my rifles. I don't really know yet, and try it out. You can see the emitter down in there. Now, one thing I will say about this type of optic, that has the emitter down there like that. If you're going to use this in a very dirty environment or a harsh environment to where there could be mud or something like that get onto the optic, there is a good possibility that you're not going to be able to maintain that dot, of course, if you get mud or something like that in there on that. As you can see, I can just kind of cover that with my finger just a little bit. So if you were to get something in there on that, it would cover up that dot. But for competition or something like that, I think that it would probably be just fine, just depending on what you're doing. You can kind of see the logo there on the side of it. It does have some serrations here on the side, which I think if you put this on a handgun, you know, as you grip it, it might give you just a little bit more grip to be able to cycle the firearm. I will probably be putting this on one of my rifles just to try it out. You know, my guns, I don't really have any of guns that will accept a red dot, the MOS, with the exception of my Canic, and I'm probably not going to put a red dot on a handgun. However, a rifle, different discussion. You know, I will probably set it on one of those. Plus, it will give me a good way to test how this holds up to recoil and things like that. I'll have to say, guys, this looks like a nice little optic. Again, do not judge the dot by what you're seeing in this video. Big difference. There is a very big difference. Looking at it, I can see just a little bit of reflection from the dot up along the top of the optic. Of course, there again, I have it turned all the way up. You know, I've got the brightness just up as high as it will go, and of course I can turn that down some with where I'm at now, and it's much better. Yeah, I think that's about right there. Very faint in the video, but it is much brighter in reality at this particular setting. Just kind of show you guys where it is. I'm going to turn it up while I have this in view. And again, guys, the camera's doing a terrible job on showing that dot. But guys, we're going to test it out. We're going to have some fun with it at the range, and I will come back in a future video and give you guys an update. But for now, if you're interested in one of these optics, I will leave a link to Amazon down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Be sure to leave me a comment, especially if you have any experience with this company. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel, and we will see you next time.